the unknown.
Well, I'm doing a live stream just because Renee and Allie kind of got my juices flowing, and I'm in a draw, and it's late, so I figured, why not draw? Although, this seems a little bit loud. I'm going to turn that down. There we go. Oh, I don't know if anyone's going to watch this. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. Who gives a fuck? Let's see if any of my circle of people are even awake. Just a babble talk in preparation. To that person. Get asleep. Busy. If you smell like cabbage, you're probably on tour. Probably too on tour, so I doubt he'll jump in. But you know. Anyhow, so I need to review let's see. Alrighty, blue pencil. Many people have been asking if people showing work how I get these effects. Those of you who have been watching and following along, you know how to do it. But today, on this piece, which will get released hopefully a couple of weeks. Oh, hey. Morning. I'm doing a late night draw stream. I figured you might want to jump in just out of boredom. Much obliged. I don't think people have ever actually watched how I draw, so I figured this might be a fun thing for people to learn how I do things.
I don't know how the broadcast looks, but what I'm looking at is your screen and then my thumbnail, because I have the camera turned off as equal size. Didn't know if you wanted to fix that, if you can.
I can. I don't know how. I haven't really messed around with the settings in this thing. It's so flipping long.
Well, to bastardize the song by Jefferson Airplane, ask Allie.
Yeah. I'll have to ask Allie later. Although she'll probably kill me when she's 10 feet tall. Maybe I can edit the layout? Dude, that's cool. Okay, well. Yeah, this is kind of crazy. Yeah, it's got my cyberpunk backdrop. I should switch that. I'll switch it to the show that hasn't launched yet. There we go. Yeah, I haven't even messed around with this. Okay, so what is this thing? This is bizarre.
Is the TV turned on in your place?
No.
Huh.
There's background music.
Well, yeah, no, I know there's background music. I couldn't tell if it's the music or something interfering,
Yeah.
but there's just like the slightest hint of what sounds like when two mics get too close and they start relashing.
That's the fan AC because it's hot as balls in here right now.
Yeah, yep. Fair enough. Yeah, today was god awful at work.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It rained for all of maybe 2 whole minutes.
Yeah.
And then it stopped and the sun came out and it got even hotter.
Yay. You know what? I'll play with this some other time. Because this is just fucking weird. Okay, how do we get out of that setting now? There we go. Good enough. I know there's a way to do all this, but they've like changed all the settings since we ran Cyberpunk and TFOS. So now it's all like just completely different.
That sounds about right.
One of these days I'll get those running again.
You know, as often as that happens where a service provider retools and revamps all of their settings and shit,
Yeah.
you would think that somebody out there could have the bright idea to make an introductory, hey, we fucked with everything. Nothing is where it was. Here's a video of where shit is and how it works now.
Sink or swim, bitches. Because that's the solution to modern technology. Why write a user manual when you can just fuck it up on your own? It's great. Try it yourself. No.
Well, as fast as technology advances, I suppose that does make sense.
Yeah.
If you can't figure out how to work with what we did to it, how are you going to keep up? Fucking figure it out.
That's the ever-God-living truth right there. Did she get back to me? I don't think she got back to me.
Of course, it doesn't help that I swear sometimes they use the decision-making method from the economy episode of South Park.
Right. I'll tell you, with the way some of the things are going these days, like a lot of the over censorship stuff that you see.
Options of what we're going to do, and whatever it lands on, that's the answer.
Right. Well, like the over censorship stuff that's been going on a lot lately. I can't help but every time I see this thing's being censored or this thing's being canceled or blah blah, right? There was a South Park Christmas episode, I want to say it was 10 years ago, where they tried to make like the perfect Christmas pageant that was non-offensive. And every time I see new stuff that's offensive and everyone's all shocked that something's offensive, I'm instantly reminded of that show and that episode.
I can't say that I'm familiar with the one you're talking
God,
about. My favorite South Park holiday episode is the Woodland Critter Christmas. Hail Satan!
It's hilarious because it's got like they're sitting there analyzing different offensive words to determine like how to build this, kid show type thing where they like, how kids do their like annual show for the family and everyone gets to watch and the kids get up on stage and follow, right? So they're going down this list and they're like, let's go down the list and see what's offensive. And they're just like firing off different words and like there's a meter that determines how offensive it is, right? And it goes, I'll probably get shot for this one, but I'm repeating an actual line from the show. It's like, spook, and it goes up a certain one. And then it goes, it like names off tree and Christ and this and that. And then out of the blue goes, stupid wop dago, and goes off the charts. And then the word following up is chair. And it goes, it's like, the fuck, people. And then when they actually show the show afterwards, like what the kids are doing, it's the most broken, disjointed, weird fucking thing. And everyone in the audience is just lost at what they're watching, going, what is this?
Wait, is that the episode where the kids make a video and the creators of South Park had the characters make an episode by hand?
No. That's a different one, although that one's funny too.
Yeah, it is. I love how fucking meta it was, and like a lot of people don't even think about that fact. It's like the creators of South Park made an episode of South Park where the characters are making what equates to how they would make an episode of South Park. That's fantastic.
Yeah. It goes to just kind of show the reality of things.
Huh?
Shit. I don't know what kind of pose I want him to be in.
All right, give me the next mouth. There you go. Click. All right,
I think that's the episode where the kids make like the very first episode of South Park, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah.
Like they do the Jesus Christ versus Santa Claus, which got South Park on the books or on the charts. Oh, fuck. Glasses are going to be here. Eyes here. Those I want them to be in. How about holding a knife? This is going to come up completely bad. Yeah, that's kind of. So people don't realize I use reference images, and it's mainly just to get an idea of the pose. It's a knife behind the back. That's not really going to give me the look I'm looking for, but it will give me a body pose on it. But he is holding that knife all fucking wrong. Just give me creases. Yes. Yeah, I don't know how long this draw stream will be. I kind of want to finish these two characters and then probably end it after that because this piece will be done. All I have left to do is the shadowing here, and then these two characters. This piece is done. I don't know if you recognize the character.
It's hard to tell because of how small it is, but I did just figure out that I can just like zoom in, so that's neat.
Oh, right. Whatever. Ready to punch. That's a good one. So fist up.
Best guess I have is the guy on the left is like Leatherface.
No,
So
no, it's
I'm
just
sure that's
it's a
wrong.
half shot. This is the center character right here. I don't know if I can zoom in.
Well, I can see it plenty well enough.
No, that's the wrong button.
I got a good angle on it from how I'm looking at it. I have no idea.
Kind of a weird angle.
Best and only guess I have is that's what happens when you give meth to a Battletoad.
Yeah, just about. Okay, here we go. There we go.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hey, I can see you full screen now. Yay! And now it's back to the other way.
And I'm trying to get it to where that's on the side, or everyone's on the side and that's in the center, but that's not going to do that, so let's just do that. Alright. So yeah, this character it's fan art of Frog G, and I've actually got, you can't really see it, but I've got 3 pieces that I'm doing. One of him in a car, one of him in like kind of a Superman pose, and one of him fighting. These will be getting sent out to the artists who are producing Frog G. It's fan art.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Frog G?
No clue.
Frog G started off as a moderator in the comic book community, and he became so well known that people were saying, well, hey, you should do a comic too. And he's like, I can't draw for shit. And other people were like, well, hell, since you help us out with our streams, we'll make a comic for you. And they went and made him his own comic book. And made Frog G into an actual comic book character with his own story and the whole nine. And his campaign just finished up recently, and now it's in like demand. But I'm a little behind on schedule. I was hoping to have this out to him, or out to them, during the campaign, but life. So,
Well, that's
but yeah.
Bondy.
So, my plan is to release 24 images to specific people as part of my preparation. What?
I just had a thought.
Yeah.
So getting to talking about the character creation made me think about my Malkavian.
Yes, for next week's game.
I did do some additional writings for the character's background, and it is incredibly nonsensical, and then suddenly snaps to paranoid and suspicious. But then I thought about it, and I kind of want to get a can of black spray paint and just hose down a sheet of paper. What the hell is this? It's my character's backstory. There's a couple of lines that have been redacted, but I mean, you can read all the important stuff. There's nothing here. Yeah, all the important stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it could be done that way. So it's looking like Ariana's character, she's going to end up making a Toreador from what I'm gathering. We're still trying to figure out Brittany's character. but she's going to have a 1930s femme fatale lounge singer.
Well, if you're wanting like an actual character image, I need a flannel.
Gotcha.
So otherwise, I know
I could draw up all the characters. That could be interesting.
Well, but see, if I actually had a flannel that would fit me, then I can cosplay as my own character because I already have everything but the flannel.
Yeah.
In my possession for exactly how I would dress my character.
Yeah. I'll have to see what I can find. I'm not sure what I can find that short notice. I mean, I still got to finish the theme song, which, my God, I feel sorry for everybody. Because you're going to hear me actually sing the theme song. Just because I'm a crazy sadistic asshole and I want to make people cringe.
Well, do what you love.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright.
So much pain.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Let's see. Fist right here.
Actually, come to think of it, just thinking aloud.
That's a dangerous trait.
Yeah.
It can get you in trouble in some countries.
Well, what thing more miniaturistic of a Malkavian than mumbling aloud?
This is true.
But, when was that? Was that Halloween, or was that your birthday party when we went to Merlin's Beard before they closed?
Oh, birthday party or, well, no. Ariana's birthday party.
Involved.
Yeah, I think it was Ariana's birthday party.
Okay.
Is when we went to Merlin's Beard. Because they were closed by the time it came around for my birthday party, if I remember correctly. I don't remember.
So that kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of what my idea for my character is, if you can remember all this stuff I was wearing.
Yeah.
Only difference is for the torso portion of the program.
Yeah.
Flannel, and then over the top of that, a suit vest.
Gotcha.
And then, of course, gotta wear my boots. But then I'm thinking, shorts, Daisy Duke cutoffs.
Yeah.
Daisy Dukes and hiking boots. And flannel with a nice silk vest, a top hat. With
You're gonna wear Daisy Dukes.
Mouth guard.
You're gonna actually wear Daisy Dukes.
I don't know. Me personally, no. But I've got, right now, I'm wearing a pair of denim shorts.
Gotcha. I was just saying, the idea of seeing you in Daisy Dukes would be pretty interesting. I'm not sure if people could handle that one.
I mean, interesting one way to say it. I personally would go with mentally and emotionally scarring, but okay.
Yeah, well, there's that, but I try to be nice.
I don't know why.
It's kind of a professionalism. Try to not be too socially disruptive, unless you have to.
Well, yeah, and if it was just anybody, I would get it, but shit, I'm like all but extended family at this point.
Yeah, you pretty much are family.
Granted, I was second string, but I was still one of the bring your kid ceremonies.
Yeah, no. Anyone that was at that ceremony is pretty much family. With one exception, but that's a whole separate topic. Not one I'm going to get onto on live stream. But anyway. It's been a long week.
It's been a long existence.
You're right. Yeah, no shit. Man. I'd like to be done with my penance, please.
Drinking a cigarette at 2:30 in the morning.
Drinking a cigarette?
All the damn humidity.
Oh, I have a new experiment for you. I have a new experiment for you. Have you had the
Do tell.
Liquid Death Severed Lime?
Yeah, you gave me one.
No, did I? Shit. See? This is how long of a week it's been. I don't even remember giving you one.
Yep, you gave me one, and I at one point had picked up a Buried Alive.
Yeah, those are surprising. They taste like, to me, they taste like Sam Adams, that berry blend that they did for a while there. I don't know.
I wouldn't know anything about that. I got a Sam Adams variety pack once that had like the Mad Monk and a couple I don't even remember what all else. And there was only 2 out of like a variety case that were palatable. Some of them I drank purely because I paid for them, and there were a couple that I couldn't even force myself to do that. I dumped them.
Yes. Sam Adams has unfortunately gone downhill. They used to be really good. Now, not so much. They're starting to kind of
imported selections.
Right. Not where I'm at anymore.
I don't remember the name of the brand, but I had gotten an Oktoberfest that was genuinely imported from Germany, and it was delightful.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, for those following along at home, because I mean, like, I have no followers, but for the future of the world of YouTube and the AI that pays attention to the random shit I say, I forgot where I was going with this. The Liquid Death Severed Lime, to me, I don't know about anyone else, but to me it tastes like a Corona with lime, which is kind of not bad, surprisingly, and it helps me not drink, because there are days when I just need a beer, and I can reach and grab a can of water with lime and seltzer, and it tastes like I'm drinking a light beer. That makes my day. Which probably says a lot about me in all kinds of different layers of what the fuck's wrong with me today. But hey, at least, you know, I admit that I'm fucked up. Who moved the rock? Well, that's a whole separate topic, but, you know, details.
Well, it's still a better option than what Billy Bob Thornton did in Bad News Bears.
Yeah.
Crack a can of, what was it, O'Doul's or O'Dwyer's or whatever.
Oh,
half of it out and add whiskey.
Right, that's the way you do it. That might be the best way to do it, shit.
Tell you what though, man, if I could ever find it again, going back to the topic of imported
Yeah.
alcohols. I once stumbled across Boddington's Pub Ale, and it was fan-fucking-tastic.
Really?
Product of England, and my God, was it delightful. And I did it right. I had at least one of them room temp.
Oh yeah,
That's how you know it's a good beer. It doesn't need to be cold.
Right.
My mom and her lack of taste buds and her enjoyment of Coors.
I'll never understand. I'll never understand people's obsession with that. I've tried it. It does not make sense to me.
I will say, though, I once had Coors that I had modified, and the end result was surprisingly good, especially considering what I did to it. And you wouldn't think it was good, but I went to a buddy's house, and he, in turn, took me to one of his friends' houses, and we ran a single night D&D campaign.
Yeah.
And he only had Coors Light, but he also had Hawaiian fruit punch, but it was that green flavor.
Gotcha.
So I got a glass and had some of the green punch to, just chase it down.
Yeah.
And thought, you know what? Fuck it. So I poured some of the Coors into that. I'll be damned, it was pretty good.
I don't understand people's obsession with Coors. Like my family was all big into it. I could not get into it. It's kind of like tentacle anal sex. You think it's going to be fun, never is. Of course, now I just made everyone in the room cringe. Yeah, I don't know.
I just assume the rationale that some people have never had true good tasting pick, whatever it is.
Yeah,
That's
true.
Oh, it's so good.
Well, there's also option B that I found in life. I can buy this 4-pack of Guinness for $10 or a 24-pack of Pabst Blue Ribbon for $3. Who cares what it tastes like? I'm murdering my brain cells and taste buds as we go. So I think that's about what it really sums up. Is it cheap and will it get me fucked up? Okay, give it to me.
Well, yeah, there's always going to be that, but I've seen times where people are like, man, you got to try this. This is great. And I try it and I'm like, no, it is not. What is wrong with you?
It's not.
It's like watching videos of people cooking their favorite dish on YouTube, and it's like, I'm going to make my homemade macaroni. It's amazing. So all I do is I dump dry noodles into the casserole dish, add some milk, throw a brick of Velveeta on top, add a little bit of salt and pepper, jiggle that shit around. Don't stir it, just jiggle it. Throw it in the oven. Good.
Yeah. There's people who know how to cook and people that shouldn't be cooking. You're getting to see how I do the magic. This has been a question that's come up this week. how am I getting the color and how am I getting the shading. It's all just Q-tip. The power of Q-tip. By the power of Q-tip and Sharpie.
That was my very next guess after the magic of friendship and the power of Pine Sol.
Right. Sharpie makes the world go round. Although I think I got green tea into my cup, so that's not. Yeah, but it's a Frog G comic, so you know, there's going to be some extra green in the comic, anyways. Yeah, I find this technique is surprisingly very effective in shadowing, because you can get some really good lighting effects this way. Especially with hair, because hair is a bitch to draw.
That was interesting.
What was interesting?
I could still hear the music playing just fine, but the screen just like completely dropped out.
Sure. I don't know.
It was probably me. My internet sucks.
Mine's not much better, and I pay a stupid amount for my internet. Comcast Business Class should be giving me way better internet than what I get.
What do you think this is? South Korea? Where they
Sure.
actually like make companies have to compete and don't allow bullshit shady dealings?
Right.
Like in the United States, government regulation law, not allowed to have a monopoly. Well, I mean, technically there's more than one internet provider. They just all had a meeting and cut the country into sections and issued a section to everybody and said, okay, there's technically more than one provider, but we're not directly competing. Bye, everyone.
Yeah, it's pretty jank. The worst part is, like, MetroNet, which is a really fucking good internet company locally, doesn't go all the way out here. It's just like fucking hell.
Well, at least you have any options. We're stuck with the internet provider we have because nobody else will go as far away from the main road as how far back our house is from said road.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't have options. My option is literally Comcast. That's it. Even though MetroNet stops a mile from my house, right? And there's fiber going up and down 43 to feed fucking Battleground. Okay. These crackheads won't come down the extra half mile from where they stopped down the road on 43, or come back off the freeway where their main hub is to my house, even with me back when I had the money offering to pay them $10,000 fucking dollars to do it. They're like, we'll be there eventually. Oh, fucking great, but what does that do for me now? Like, Jesus Christ, guys, do you want business or what? You know? Fucking holy hell. Personally, I think fucking Comcast gets a kickback from Purdue. That's my opinion.
It's only an opinion because you can't prove it.
Yep. As long as it's my opinion, I can't get sued. That is my public opinion. This, ladies and gentlemen, is how I do it. Easiest ways to shade something. It's just a smudge or ink ball doing. The beauty of smudging the ink this way is that it gives you natural shadowing. So that when you go into the color's already shadowed. Therefore, you don't have to use multiple colors. You can just use one color for a section. Let the natural shadowing darken your color for you. So, I'm thinking about running a Dune campaign. Probably late August after I get this main campaign running. I gotta find a good day and time to do it, so no problem. Would you be available on Wednesdays? Or not Wednesdays, Thursdays?
I work every other Thursday.
Do you? What Thursdays do you not work? Like, did you work last night?
Yes.
So, if I did it like the Thursday of the week that we have the vampire game, you would in theory be off.
Give me a second here.
Sure. I'll take your time.
Drop the stream, so I have to minimize so I can pull up my calendar. So I have my calendar on my phone filled out for my normal schedule, clear out till like next, or no, I guess still until November.
Yeah.
So I gotta go through from November on and adjust and correct. Take a couple of screenshots. Studio. Put a picture in here.
The old school fucking days of podcasts. Wait, not a second. Just thinking back to my old man radio days. I'll make these pants black. Yep. Welcome.
That wasn't what I meant to do at all.
So my thought is I'm probably only going to be able to swing 3 games. And I really don't want to do it weekly. So my thought was do the TFOS on Wednesday, another game on Thursday, and then Vampire on Friday. But I may have to do the second game like earlier in the evening, like 8 p.m. or something. Although my kids want me to go back to running the Cyberpunk for them. For a while there, I was running the Cyberpunk for them, and they really enjoyed it. Minus, obviously, some key rules, because an 8-year-old's not going to understand what a Cockmaster 8000 is. You know. But that's kind of my thought. I kind of want to go back to Cyberpunk, and after the purchase order I just got in today, having a Cyberpunk game would be kind of fun. The only problem is that the purchase order I got in earlier today would not be usable for a YouTube Cyberpunk. Unless I did an overhead camera of like a table or something.
Well, it's doable, but not necessarily feasible.
Yeah. So I have Rose on the hunt for me because I'm an addictive collector when it comes to certain things. And I've got like Cyberpunk red dice that I picked up today, which are really fucking nice dice. They're official Bartel Saurian Cyberpunk red dice. I wish they would make some dice for TFOS. But then I picked up some of the blister packs.
Nice.
The Rocker Boys. So that's kind of why I'm leaning towards running a tabletop actual Cyberpunk RPG, just because it'd be fun to have all these little drones and stuff inside the game. Oh, I lost you. I'll wait for it to But the hard part is that Cyberpunk is really better if there was like a virtual interface like the first game we ran. And a lot of my players want me to go back to Cyberpunk because they like that grit, that dark, brooding. You're back. That dark, brooding, unbalanced, unforgiving world is always a fun thing to play. Which is what I'm tempted to do. I'm really tempted to go back to it. But yeah, I picked up a bunch of the figs.
Well, I sent you my calendar schedule for the next couple of months worth.
Okay.
That way you can get a feel for my normal operating schedule.
Sweet.
I don't see it happening anytime soon, but
Yeah.
if and whenever it does happen, there is potentially / supposed to be something coming down the pipes that is going to almost certainly completely derail all free time for me.
Gotcha.
There's been talk about building an in-law suite onto
Onto the
roof
compound.
line.
Into your compound.
Yeah.
I get you.
If it ever actually does happen, it'll be nice in the long run because we're talking about a like 20 or 30 by 50 with
Nice. Yeah.
only two people living in it full time.
Wow. Yeah, that would be sweet. Yeah, we're looking at some property around Battleground. Although we're also dancing with the idea of possibly looking a little bit further towards like Brixton. I mean, we're going to stay here in this location for the time being until we find a final landing spot.
Yeah.
But we want something that's going to be pretty comprehensive. It's going to serve the function that we're looking for. Oh, that's cool as fuck. I didn't realize this. So the back of the Cyberpunk blisters, right, have actual character art. And each one's different based on the blister. It's really slick.
Neat.
Like, it blows my mind away how really in depth they went for the Cyberpunk Red when they released it. And it only came out like 3-4 years ago, 2021. Actually, not even 3-4 years ago. Shit, 2 years ago. So there's all these fucking figures for it, man. And like, I've only got like a handful of them. But there's like hundreds. Enough to build an entire literal city of figurines. And each figure is different. Which I find really impressive. But like, not that many people play Cyberpunk. Which is so weird. People are all into the video game, but the actual tabletop RPG is not really pushing all that well. Which is bizarre. However, the upcoming video game re-release that's coming out, I think in 2 months, if I remember correctly, that's going to be really interesting. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. On one hand, I want to run a June game in my Thursday slot, but at the same time, I'm torn between running a June game or running a Cyberpunk game. Although what I might do is run a Saturday night Doom, and then do a Thursday night Cyberpunk. I'll have to talk to Ninetales and see what he's into. And go from there. I know he definitely wants to do the vampire, obviously. Right now we're at 5, maybe 6 players. I've got one new player that I've known for a while who's a really, really, really good vampire player. And I pitched it to him last week, and he's like, oh, fuck yeah. So he may very well be playing.
Thanks.
Yes, photos. Gotcha. Okay. Cool. No, you're doing stranger attractions? On the 22nd?
Oh crap! That reminds me.
Huh?
So if I remember correctly, pull that back up. So just wanted to verify first off. So, when are you planning to start Vampire?
Next Friday.
The 7th?
The 7th. And then it'll be every 2 weeks. So the 7th, the 21st, the 4th, 18th, and 1st.
Okay, never mind. All good then.
Yep. And basically my thought is after I run on the 7th, bringing back T-Foss on the 19th. And then after that, like basically Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of those weeks is a different game, depending on what people want to play. And basically make that predominantly what my YouTube channel centers on.
Gotcha.
Because I mean, I've got a YouTube channel and I pay for a lot of stuff, and I'm just not using it. That was part of why I walked away from the other channel. It's like, you know, I'm sitting here dropping $300 a year for my StreamYard and not using it. You know, and there was other reasons why I dropped the other channel, but those reasons are not public. I'm not gonna get into it because I'm of the mindset that it's best to not talk shit about other people, no matter how much they piss you off. And don't do it when you're in a live stream, especially. You can talk shit about yourself. You can talk shit about the people in your group if they're up for it and they think it's funny. But don't talk shit about other people. Because everyone has different shit going on in their lives. You never know what someone's dealing with. Maybe that just makes me weak, but I find it.
Speaking of shit that's going on,
yeah, what did I do this
I
time?
believe I sent you the link to my sister's upcoming book signing.
Yes. I definitely want to catch that if I can.
So I was talking to her earlier this evening, and
that's Amy, correct?
changed. Yes.
That's Amy. Okay, yeah.
Yes, correct.
Sweet.
Yeah, that date has changed.
Okay, what day is it?
It is now on the 22nd instead of the 15th.
Where's it at?
The Lafayette Barnes and Nobles.
Okay, yes. That's still open? The one over by the mall? Say, if you want to do a shame.
Is still very much alive and going.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I had heard rumor that they shut down. I never get over there, so I have no fucking clue one way or the other. Speaking of, if you want to pitch it, go ahead and pitch it. For anyone that's listening, which we have 0 viewers.
Well, I suppose I can do right by my sister.
Great.
So she went and fulfilled one of her life's dreams and became a published author. Let's see if I can figure. Okay, there we go. So her book, Damned If I Do.
Hold on, let me figure out how to zoom you in. Pull it. There we go. Now you can do it.
Okay. Yep, she wrote a book that centers around the modern day, following the eclectic and eccentric life of a survivor of the Salem witch trials. And she's actually almost done writing the second book and getting ready to send it off to the publisher for them to go through the editing and, checking process.
Yeah.
But this, when is that? In 2 weeks. If I can get my phone to cooperate with me. Bear with me here. I had to minimize the screen so I can pull it up. So it's 3 weeks from today.
Yeah.
July 22nd.
Okay.
She will be hosting a book signing at the Lafayette Barnes and Nobles.
What time?
That is a good question. Give me a moment.
Sure.
Hopefully I don't lose you yet again. But anytime I minimize to try to do something else, that just might happen.
Always is the case.
I can pull that up. I might even be able to copy the link. Hopefully it's been updated, because it was initially set to be on the 15th, but that had to be pushed.
Yeah.
Stores and events. Search by title, author. Hey, I can actually search by author. I will just search up my sister in the Barnes & Noble's website.
That's pretty sweet.
The things I get to do.
Right.
Well, there's the overview. There's about the author. Use first to where is the event?
Your sister's a really intriguing person too.
copy that URL and I can drop that in the link. That's
Sure.
for her book and
Yeah.
all that info. So I'll try to find the event.
Yeah, send that to me. Are you sending it to me via the fake or the group chat?
I will send it to you via the messenger.
Fake. The fake messenger. Gotcha. Switch back over to that. All right.
Well, I guess I could have just done that too, huh?
You could have, but what fun would that be?
There you go. I just dropped it in the chat. That's the in studio.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
I forgot
All right.
about that. I sent it to your messenger.
Yeah, it's fine. What's the name of the book?
Damned if I do.
Damned if I do. Looks like.
Huh.
Yar.
It's being weird. Yes, that one. Go to events. Stores and events. No, go back. Damn it. Quit it. Yes, that one. Good lord. Upcoming events. There we go. July 22nd. View details. Hooray, I found it. So now I can share this. So it is from 12 p.m. until 7 p.m. on Saturday, July 22nd.
My dumbass just shared it to the private chat. That was real good of me. Whoops. There we go. What the?
Oh, you found the book signing event?
Well, I just reshared the link you sent me, but
Oh, okay. Well, if that's the one that
I know
sent
what that is.
you,
Why is that there? That's weird.
Post a comment. Post.
Gotcha. Good. Promote whoever you can. Where they stop, nobody knows.
Getting very irritating.
Yeah. I know the
If I
feeling.
If I didn't have work in 10 hours. Yeah, 10 hours.
Yeah.
9.5 hours. If it wasn't for that shit, I would just get out my damn laptop, so it'd be so much easier to deal with. But my laptop is put up, and it's a ordeal, and that requires hemming myself into my isolated area of my room, which I just don't have the time or energy for that.
Hey, I get it, man. Ironically, I probably won't be running too much longer as it is. Just kind of.
Oh, huh. Okay.
I was watching Renee's show earlier, and got me thinking about drawing because they actually featured one of my pieces. And then last night on Game Over, Allie's show, she featured my other piece, and I was just like, fuck. And it kind of got me to start kind of trying to get this done. I've been lately just heavily working on trying to get everything ready for next week's show. And I was like, well, fuck, I should do this too. This needs to get done as well. I hate when it separates.
Is your YouTube channel name the same as your...
Yeah, Takumi LLC. This one is my live streams are done to Takumi LLC unless they're a game. If they're a game, then it's Immersion. Takumi LLC Immersion. This is...
You have 2 different ones?
I have 8. I have 8 different channels. I only make 2 of them public for my live streams.
Fair enough.
The other channels are used for other projects. Some of them are tied into Rant Radio. One of them...
You've got the ones that I can see. You've got Takumi LLC, and then that with a period at the end, and then Immersion, and then live game sessions.
Yeah.
So which...
The one we're on right now is just regular Takumi LLC.
Okay.
When I do my live streams like this for drawing, just kind of my fuck around streams, they're on my regular ones. When I'm doing my gaming, then it's the live gaming.
Well, it says I'm subscribed on that, and that, and that.
Right.
Oh, I'm not subscribed on that one. So you're actually broadcasting, it says live now, on Takumi LLC, period.
Yeah. That's the... Huh. Didn't know there was a Takumi LLC period. I must have fucked up in setting it up. That's funny. Good to know.
Nothing showing. That is interesting.
For what?
So what if I go...
Do you need the link to the live stream?
No, I'm good. I turned on YouTube on my Fire Stick,
Oh, gotcha.
and I'm actually now one of your viewers on the YouTube stream.
Yeah.
And I turned on the live stream chat, and there's nothing on the live stream chat.
Gotcha. All right. There we go.
This is an experiment.
It's fine. Here, I'll send you.
Hey, I
Yep.
see me. I said hi. And now that I can see that can be seen,
Uh-oh. Facebook doesn't like that I'm doing 3 things. How dare I do something other than Facebook?
you monster.
Facebook never likes it when I do live streams. Okay, Facebook. There's the link to that. Oh no, Facebook isn't happy.
That's okay, because apparently YouTube doesn't like promotions, because I'm looking right at the YouTube stream and I can see where on my phone I messaged hi.
Yeah.
So I then posted the link to the Barnes & Nobles thing. That didn't pop up.
Yeah.
Although it could just be because different version of YouTube for different device type.
Come on. Good fucking God, Facebook.
I know, right?
Oh no, like it's like just totally locking up on me. I'm like sitting here trying to switch from the message thread that I have you in to a different one, and it's just completely went black screen on the thread. Fortunately, the live isn't fucked up, but yeah, switch. Seriously. Come on. Dude, my laptop should not even be having problems with this. YouTube, or not YouTube, Facebook. You bloated whore. Come on, you bloated whore.
Well, what do you expect from a social media platform that was actually crafted by a millennial? I would tell an amusing anecdote for the viewers at home while we're waiting for you to fix whatever issue there is, but there's only one viewer, and that's me.
Yeah, right. Well, I was going to send the link to an associate of mine so he could actually see the live stream.
I could still tell the amusing anecdote. brother and his wife are moving.
Yeah.
And so they were consolidating things that needed to go to the new place versus things that could afford to find a different home.
Yeah.
And in the process, we ended up with 3 boxes of moderate to plus sized, all brimming with books.
Yeah.
And because the top book on the box that my mom saw first was a Stephen King book,
Yeah.
she instantly decided to make all of the books my problem by having me go through them to see what ones I would like to have.
Yeah.
Or, what ones maybe didn't need a new owner.
Right.
And, so I had to sort through all of these books, and there were probably at least 100 of them.
Yeah.
I ended up keeping 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Looks like I kept 8.
Oh, wow.
And all of the rest got put back into the boxes, and now my mom needs to sort it out between her and my sister, because aside from the 8 that I kept, and actually 1 or 2 of them also fell into the category, but the subtext for the synopsis was actually intriguing enough to me to want to keep it.
Yeah.
But my God, there were essentially 3 categories across the board for all of the books.
Really?
Every book was either a steamy daydream novel.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that sexy cowboy across the way. But I don't have time for him because I need to, get ready for winter. And then there were the paranormal sexy books.
Yeah.
Which I jokingly made up my own synopsis. She's just, average girl from pick a small town in a Midwest state.
Okay.
He's the twin of the guy that was supposed to have been cast out after the Holy War. I swear it was my brother. Coming this fall. I just want to get back home, but they won't let me into heaven. Gated community.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Seems to be kind of how it is anymore. Starting to wonder if they just ran out of ideas.
But maybe this time he'll learn. Home is where you make it. I love you, demonic being. And then the third category was, in fairness, I don't know what the category is. I just know that my mother is a huge fan of, I don't even remember the damn author's name, but it's like, what is it, The Secret Garden?
Oh, yeah, totally. Fuck, man, I forget. The worst part is, I have Google. I could Google this shit.
I could Google, but as many times as I have fallen off of the stream for trying to do anything, I'm trying to not.
Yeah, no shit. Give me 1 minute. I'll look up Secret Garden. It's The Secret Garden, not Her Secret Garden, right?
far as I know. It's the one where like there's a bajillion different series,
Yeah, no.
and each one is like 2 to 5 books long.
Francis Hodgin Burnett, 1911.
That is not it.
Yeah, well, no, the Secret Garden was originally written in 1911, but
Well,
it's
I told you the wrong thing then.
okay.
'Cause that
Her Secret
definitely
Garden
not it.
is a porn, so I highly doubt it's that.
No, it's fuck. What the hell is it called? Like each saga has like a family name, like the De Beers family and the Connor family.
Oh, gotcha. I need one of the book people to be able to. I suck at book titles. I've read so many that I've forgotten all of them. I also have brain damage, so I mean,
The worst part is, like, I can see all of the books in my head because there's a recurring theme with the cover where it's like a girl's face poking out through the front cover, through some, like, you know, a broken window or, you know, open window at the top of a, you know, manor house.
yeah.
And you flip that open, and that poor girl is surrounded by a creepy fucking collective of people.
Great. And you're just kind of like, the fuck's wrong with this creator? Why is there creepy people staring at me? Oh, fuck. Yeah. That was like the big thing, too, in the 80s and 90s. Just like weird fucking book covers. Wrong tip for that one. Yeah. So it's looking like I said, we've got about 5, 6 players. I'm still waiting on a few others to get back to me. I think Allie's going to play, although I'm not sure. It really just depends on my stream schedule versus her stream schedule. So I'm kind of hoping she'll play because I think it would be great to have Allie mixed in with the rest of us, especially since she's done some voiceover work for some of my other shows.
Well, I feel extra stupid now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I finally Googled the correct, you know.
Yeah.
I picked a family and was able to find the author's name from that. And
Daniel
as soon as I
Steele?
typed in the author's name, oh, there's V.C. Andrews.
V.C. Andrews. Yeah, I gotcha.
Flowers in the Attic.
Yeah.
That's the thing I was trying to remember because,
Okay.
I want to say it's the 4th or 5th book in the Flowers in the Attic series
Okay.
that it has something about a garden as the title.
Yeah. I've read so many fucking books, I couldn't begin to tell you. There's only certain ones that have stayed in my brain because, you know, I have a big list for a brain. If it's not sticky, it ain't staying in there. You know, I can sit here and tell you the names of porn movies and porn stars that I've only seen once, but I can't fucking tell you the name of a book I've read 15 times.
Well, I've never even read any of these, but my mom's a huge fan. But yeah, no, that's
man.
why. Garden of Shadows, the second book of Flowers in the Attic. That's why I was thinking garden.
Yeah.
Also because I read the synopsis of a couple of them, trying to figure out startup premise. This girl lives with or goes to live with these people that she may or may not be related to. Secrets will unfold.
Gotcha. Is she going to discover she has a chamber pot full of secrets?
Yeah, it's funny that you bring that up. Mostly because ADD.
Yeah.
Magical Macy. But I'm using Duolingo to try to learn me some German.
Right.
And my sister managed to track down and is going to give me for my birthday Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone
Oh, nice.
in German.
Oh, nice. Right on.
Yeah.
That's fucking slick. I've always wanted to write a parody of that called The Harry Pothead and His Source to Get Stoned. And just like totally make it like a funny Harry Potter story where, you know, like the dude's just totally fucking baked. And he sees magic because he's fucking higher than Kite. And all the other characters are higher than fucking Kite.
Not gonna lie, I would read that.
Right?
I tried my hand at writing a Harry Potter parody.
Yeah.
It didn't go very far. It was mostly just a middle school project. I wrote like the first chapter.
Yeah.
Didn't really go anywhere with it after that. And honestly, I just did it because that was like when there was only the first 3 books out by that point even.
Yeah.
And I was reading them as they came.
But in the process of trying to, you know, write that and doing a little bit of research, I did find out about Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Scone.
Nice. Nice.
But yeah, I tried to write Harry Potter and the Sorceress's Kidney Stone.
You gotta make fun of shit, man, you know? What's the point if you can't make fun of stuff? People are way too serious with life.
That's because there's too many Are you there? Hello? Oh, okay. I can hear me. Seth, I don't know if you have the stream pulled up, but yeah, you like completely fell off the map.
So that was fun.
Yeah,
There?
it definitely got a little interesting there.
My internet, I fucking hate with a unbridled seething passion. My entire server crashed because the internet overloaded for no fucking reason. I hate Comcast. Comcast doesn't. Well, and what's worse is I have a Linux system, so it should be fine. And Comcast will actively, continuously attack my Linux system. It's fucking obnoxious because they keep thinking that I'm trying to hack my own system. Guys, I run Linux for a reason. I can tell when you're attacking my system. Knock it the fuck off. Oh, we're not doing that. It's not us. Oh, okay. Then who is it? We're trying to stop a Linux hacker. Yes, I'm using Linux, you jackass. Well, why are you doing that? Because Windows sucks. Fucking Christ. Quit attacking my computer. I'm your fucking customer. Stop attacking me. Oh no, it's not us. Oh, okay, sure. We just went around this circle. Fuck, I hate Comcast. Anyway. Yeah,
Well,
at least you
I'm
didn't
glad
crash.
you got back on when you did, because boy howdy, I was like 5
Right.
seconds away from an international cable commercial.
Right.
Better yet, interdimensional cable commercial. I way far more than to the concept of house hunters. Today on interdimensional cable. Alright, I know it's out here somewhere. House gets up, starts running, they shoot it. House hunters.
That should just totally be a thing. Interdimensional cable needs to like just kind of have its own show. Which that would be hilarious.
There's so many good ideas on there.
Yeah.
Man versus car. That's another really good one. Little bits.
Swear to God, for some reason, my brain, this little piece here, my brain keeps thinking it's Bruce Willis's head. Like I somehow inadvertently drew Bruce Willis. Not fucking sure why I am doing that. Because, like, there's no reference for me to think that, but my brain keeps going, why do I have Bruce Willis on my page? Oh, wait, it's the back of a bald dude's head. And this is another.
Now that you've mentioned it that way, I guess I can see that, but actually, personally, I was picturing a after shot from behind of Wilson Fisk on Atkins diet.
Right. Totally. I can see it.
Kingpin, you look fantastic. You've lost so much weight. Now you just need some Rogaine.
Rogaine with minoxidil. What's that other chemical? Brain not working. Man, what is that? Non-oxynol 9? Is that it? I can't remember. There's a chemical that's used for spermicide. I can't think of what it's called.
Fuck, I just saw how late it's gotten.
Oh yeah. I'm not drawing too much longer. I'm gonna wrap this up here in a minute. So I gotta be up. I gotta get at 9 o'clock. They sound have temple. That would be a bitch. What is it?
I got my alarm set for 10 to start getting up so I can get ready for work. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I've like sat here many times and tried to explain to people how I get my shading, and they're just like, that doesn't make sense. It's like, smudge your ink. You'll learn real quick. It makes a lot of sense, and it's really easy to do. Personally, I like smudging ink. You get some really good lighting effects out of it when you do it this way.
Have you ever considered trying your hand at soot ink?
At what? Soot ink?
Yeah.
I tried it once or twice and was not very successful with it. It takes a lot of fucking skill. Mind you, I was on a lot of drugs back then, so that might have been half the problem. But yeah.
Well, definition also plays a factor.
Yeah.
Because depends on how do you mean by soot ink?
Taking the ash. There's a technique for soot ink that I'm familiar with, which is you take like recently burned charcoal and mix it with a little bit of water to make a sort of pasty ink, and then you paint with it.
I see.
That's
So
a technique
that's
I'm familiar with.
I suppose that would work, but I was actually thinking more of a lazy two-step version of traditional Japanese ink.
Oh.
They collect soot by burning oil candles with metallic lids above it to collect the soot. Carbon. And then they scrape that, and it's like a week-long process to go from, fire and carbon collection to almost an actual block of ink.
Yeah.
Also involves like tallow and some other shit. But if you skip steps 2 through 10 and just stop at lighting a candle and putting a conical or bulbous piece of metal over the top of that to be able to collect the carbon and rub your Q-tip into that and apply it to page.
It's definitely, I've seen that technique too. I just always forget about it. It's very plausible. It could work very well. I've never tried it. Although with the way I do things, it might not be a bad idea because I've got a similar brushstroke style from what I've seen with that.
Yeah.
So, are you going to Spellbound on the 22nd?
So
It's not
apparently
the-
that's another thing I need to add to the list of things that I gotta figure out what I'm doing that day, because I
Yeah.
forgot about that one.
Well, yeah, because Stranger Attraction's that, and I think I can't remember if Stranger Attraction is Spellbound or if that's Black Circle. I'm so out of connection with a lot of that stuff. I've been so out of the loop these days. I know there's a bunch of fucking events coming up right now.
Black Circle.
Black Circle.
Okay, so that's Voltaire.
Oh, that's fuck me. That's Voltaire. Damn it! I knew I forgot to fucking get tickets for that. Fuck. All right. Well, shit.
That's okay, because I didn't even realize that was my
Yeah.
edition.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, probably not gonna make it to that.
Well,
Not that I have.
your sister's thing's on the
There are
20th.
tickets available here.
Yeah, well, it's Black Circle, so actually there might still be tickets. Black Circle's kind of a small venue, but they also have an outdoor venue. So you could actually still go, you know? I may have to look into that. Because Voltaire is really
Well,
good.
see,
live.
but here's the thing of why I probably can't go regardless.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to have to talk to my sister about the likelihood of me missing her book signing that day. Because the other thing that's going on that day.
Yeah.
So I told you about my buddy's band going out of state for the first time a couple weeks back.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have another out-of-state gig on the 22nd, and you will never guess where, unless if you guess where, in which case, good for you. You get a cookie.
Chicago?
Nope, south.
Oh, wow. Okay. Back to the same venue the other band went to?
Nope, further south.
Where are they going? Down to the fucking South America?
No, they are keeping it in the USA,
Okay.
but they are going to the goddamn blues capital.
Oh, damn. Right on.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Ah. Here, that's a good place. I have a lot of friends that live down there. A lot.
How can I possibly not go with my buddy's band to freaking Nashville for them putting on a show that is, I mean, their brand, their play style belongs there.
Right. Crap. Leslie from The Sweetest Condition lives down in Nashville. That's the band we use a lot of the music for a lot of our production. She lives down in Nashville. Sarah Harvey also lives down in Nashville, as well as Lola and Tug. So yeah, there's a lot of people down there. Yeah, it's a.
Actually,
From what I hear,
I'm
it's a good
thinking
place.
with that-
Huh?
I was just thinking, with that coming up as it is, and with
Yeah.
there being all the options that there are, actually, as
Yeah.
much as I would love to go to freaking Nashville with medicinal moonshine.
Right.
I mean, come on, it just sounds like it belongs there.
Right. Yeah, no shit.
But before I commit to that shit, I'm going to check with my buddy, and I'm going to have to talk to the front man of the band and make sure if they actually have a plan this time, because we got insanely lucky in Kentucky that the borough happened to have a green room with sleeping arrangements.
Yeah. And that venue is fucking badass too.
Yeah,
That was amazing.
I really don't want to go in to another half-baked.
Right.
Oh, we got booked. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what? What do you mean?
What's option
it's
B?
a 12-hour drive from here to there. We're definitely not going to drive all the way down there, play the gig, pack up, and then drive home.
Oh, come on. Where's your sense of adventure?
Hey, don't get me wrong. I would.
Right.
But, you know, that's just one of those things where people and, you know, their need for sleep, which is bizarre, but I guess I get it. I mean, they have to get up probably
I totally get it.
in the morning to drive all the way down to Tennessee to play at night.
Yeah.
So they're actually going to be tired. But then did they book like a hotel, or did they make sure if the venue has sleeping quarters?
Yeah.
Or are we just going to go in blind again? Because nobody thought to actually like book a place to sleep.
Right. No, I
didn't know that.
Back in my younger, stupider days, I would do that shit. Out when I lived in Cali, I would just fucking roadie up and go. But after moving here, I realized that's not really as good of an idea as I thought it was. And sleeping in the van is really not as good as you want it to be. Unless you've got a touring bus, it don't work out.
I was fortunate enough to learn in the early days of my life the hard truth of, you know, not having a readily available sleep plan, because my buddy, I actually met Henry from mixed martial arts class.
Oh, nice.
And then found out that, he lives in Delphi as well. I live in Delphi. So we became good friends. Then his family moved to Logansport.
Yeah.
And
Logansport's a special place.
And so I had to deal with, we're going to be leaving to go down to Indy at, you know, the ass crack of dawn for Mayhem Fest, which is an all-day event.
Right.
And we're taking my station wagon. But I work second shift. So after I get off of work at 10 p.m., I have to drive straight out to Logansport. Everyone is already in bed asleep. I have to sleep in my wagon to wake up at the ass crack of dawn. Yeah, I learned how god-awful it is to, you know, seat of your pants like that.
Yeah.
Which is why, sadly, it didn't work out. But I had the bright idea that would have been amazing if it hadn't been for all the flaws in the plan, namely the piece of equipment needed for it. I think it was actually Henry that sent me a messenger link one day while I was at work out in Frankfurt.
Yeah.
For a mini Winnie with a chopped and gutted back half that had been converted into essentially a workshop / shed.
Oh, nice.
And it still had like the front half of the camper to where it like had a bed and a table. It just didn't have like a toilet or a sink or anything like that. But it had, to where I could, load up, let's say if I had gotten a moped into the back in that, workshop area, which had a roll-up door mounted into where there used to be, the back of the camper. And I could have, thrown a moped in there, driven the whole ass mini Winnie to, throw a dart at a map. Oh, I guess I'm going to Detroit this weekend.
Right.
Drive up to Detroit, park in a Walmart parking lot, and then pull out the moped and go and explore Detroit. And then have a base to go back to sleep in.
Yeah.
It would have been fantastic. Just one small problem. Well, a couple small problems, but one in particular problem that kind of shot the whole thing. The roof leaked.
Ooh, yeah.
And when I say the roof leaked, I mean it was raining outside, so it was raining inside.
The kind of roof leaking where you're not going to really enjoy it too much.
The kind of roof leaking where the fact that there was still carpet in the front half meant that it was not feasible. So I instead ended up turning around and selling it to my buddy for the exact same amount of money that I spent to acquire it. And now it's living at his dad's house because he still hasn't done a damn thing with it that I know of.
Yeah.
He wanted it because it had I want to say it was a 454 big block.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he wanted the motor out of it, and his dad, well, he was thinking about cutting the camper off, just leaving the floor, and then reinforce it and cap the back of the cab to where, it would be an enclosed cab.
Yeah.
And then just have like a RV, a mini RV turned into a flatbed pickup.
Nice. Pretty slick.
But they still haven't done any of that with it.
The tiled floors would just be done.
May I offer you a third option to consider?
Sure.
Instead of just be done or throw in a tiled floor, what if you instead put a curb into the background with some street light?
Yeah. Have to. Yeah, I could do it that way. Like a curb here, kind of like a bar brawl. It's not a bad idea.
Make it look like he's standing in the middle of the street.
Yeah. So it's good.
Gives it more of a.
Yeah.
Give the whole image more of a midnight mob mentality feel.
Yeah. And I can do that curb. Yeah, I see.
Okay, this is too trippy. you're about to lose your one YouTube viewer.
Yeah, right.
So I'm watching the TV screen, which is running the YouTube stream, and the time between you pointing at the area and what you were saying about here, and then it actually like showing up is like almost 30 seconds later.
Yeah, there's a bit of a delay at times. It's funny. But I was going to say something important. Part of why I only have one viewer right now is I also do random streams. So I do get over time with a lot of my other draw streams. I've got about 50, 60 views within 2 weeks. I mean, the Fallout stream was actually generating about 300 views a week, or 300 views a month is what it was pushing.
Yeah.
But it started losing numbers because of just problems, internal problems. So, and a lot of people reached out to me and was like, hey, I really enjoy the show, but I really don't enjoy that part of the show.
Yeah, I know. I remember. I was there for that.
Yep. So.
Well, at least you were able to provide semblance of closure to the
story
show.
Yeah. It just bugs me.
I get it.
I like to run shows longer than that. I mean, like my TFOS only ran like 6 episodes. And the only reason why we stopped is because we moved. We didn't have internet for a while.
Right.
But, like, Melanie wants us to get back to running it again. And I really would like to run it again. I really would like TFOS. TFOS is a much more relaxed gaming setup that's, not meant to be taken seriously. And Fallout story is a great story, but fucking God, they need to fix that mechanic. Game system is just not written well. They're trying too hard to
so
do,
I haven't the wall.
Yeah. Huh?
Sorry to interrupt.
Sure.
I just had an ADD, and I have an off-the-wall question.
Sure.
Vampires can smoke, right?
Yeah. So in Vampire the Masquerade, you can smoke, you can inhale, but you don't entirely get the effects of it unless you have an addiction. If you have an addiction, then you get the effect of the addiction, but you have to use willpower to force your body to behave in that way. Unless you have, I think it's Babyface, if I remember correctly. Babyface, or one of the other merits that makes you look more human. Your body will still actively move and function as though you're still alive, but you're fucking not alive. I think it's Babyface. Like, you still look like you're alive, you still look like you're healthy, all that. Now, the thing of it is in Vampire the Masquerade, if you've recently fed for about 1 day, your body will function. It'll breathe, you'll have color to your skin, you'll look like you're alive for about 1 day. After that, then it starts to fade away again. And every time you feed, that actively exists with your body. So it's really the Vampire the Masquerade system is very loose-ended. It's not super exactly, oh my god, this is exactly how it is for all vampires. Every vampire in the system is fluctuative and has like minor differences, that make it specifically vampire. Like certain clans have a version to garlic, other clans have a version to crosses, but not every clan does, only certain ones. So one clan has like a hatred of fire, and so on.
How do I turn this around? I need to turn this around. Settings, camera, that's how. Okay. No, not mirror. Front facing. There we go. So, the reason I asked, if I can get back to, there we go. So yeah, my ADD and what I am now very much of the opinion that my Malkavian will do at least at one point throughout the game. Can you see the stream right now?
Yeah, I'm watching. You're gonna smoke a cigarette with chopsticks.
I don't know why my brain gave me that.
Hey, why not?
Absolute
why not?
gift, but
Why not? That's half the fun.
It's very functional too.
I am really hoping I can get all my players that I want to play playing. Like, I really want Ali to play. I really want David to play. Obviously, you, Jerry, Ninetails all have characters, so you guys will play. But I think it will be a really fun show with all of you guys playing, especially because we're going to have abominations in the game. We're going to have non-standard threats outside of the vampire world. And you guys are going to have to kind of do Scooby-Doo and whatnot type shit.
Yeah.
So you're going to get a lot of really interesting shit going on that the players have to figure out what is and what isn't the issue. And it's not going to be just about.
Yeah. I'm actually going to see how well this works.
Yeah.
I was going to have one last cigarette before I go to bed anyway, so I'm taking my chopsticks with me.
Good. Whoa. Let's see if I have another thing. I do.
Oh God. Wow.
What?
I just had an even worse idea.
Yeah.
Instead of a cigarette,
Uh-huh.
an opium pipe.
There you go.
To go with my chopsticks.
Good work.
It's not food, but it's quite Chinese.
So I'm not sure where the lounge singer that Okumi Angel is going to be playing is going to be doing her shows. I'm still waiting to find out who's going to be a veteran, who's going to be a Greenlaw. I'm kind of hoping Ali plays a Tremere. I really feel like Ali would make a fucking phenomenal Tremere player. Just because the way her personality is. So we shall see. We shall see. I think David's making a venture, if I remember correctly. Although we'll see. I'm not sure where he's going with it.
Hopefully the service will work well enough. There we go. Now you can see.
Nice. I like it.
What? Did I lose you?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, there we go.
Just trying to get these shadows cleaned up.
This could end so horribly,
Yeah.
but it's working so well.
So yeah, and that's kind of one of the weird little things in VTM. Some groups have huge aversions to fire. Some groups don't, and I'm not a stickler about it. You know, you want your vampire to smell.
Oh no, I meant
fire.
like, I meant me personally right now smoking,
Yeah.
holding my cigarette with chopsticks could go so horribly wrong.
Oh yeah, yeah.
One of the sticks slips, but it's working so
Right.
well.
Right. But yeah, I'm not a huge. These are the rules. This is what you can do. Fuck off. Type shit. No, I don't. I want the game to be fun. I want the game to be entertaining. As long as it doesn't get over the top, I don't even care. You know, like we're not trying to tape a showing of Monty Hall here, but you know, doesn't mean we can't have fun with the game.
It just seemed more PC way of putting chopsticks into a scene with my character as opposed to the initial idea I had. It's as funny as I'm sure it would be if I, ate an Asian with chopsticks. That probably wouldn't go over too well with some. So next question.
Honestly, though, that's the humor of the world of vampire. If you eat an Asian with chopsticks in Elysium, yes, it's bad taste, but at the same time, you're playing a fucking monster. You're not going to be doing things that are socially appropriate. But at the same
I'm also
time,
playing a Malkavian, so why should anything make sense? Like, eating an Asian with chopsticks versus having a cigarette with chopsticks.
Yeah. And that's kind of the catch to it. Like the Malkavians, especially, people expect them to do weird shit. So
which means
it's
I have
kind
to
of
go above and beyond to create situations where even people who are expecting a Malkavian to do weird shit are like, what the fuck? Oh, right.
I actually played a Malkavian that fucked with people really badly because everybody thought my character had multiple personality disorder, but he didn't. He was a perfectionist and he was an assassin. So the way he did things was... I'm sorry, he wasn't an assassin. He was a serial killer. He was a serial killer who was a total fucking perfectionist. And the way I made him do everything was he went out of his way to make the crime scenes perfect, right? But he pretended in the Elysium, and he pretended to the entire court that he had different personalities. He would show up dressed as this person and show up another day dressed as that person, and he would change his clothes based on what personality he was pretending to be that day to throw everyone off. And his derangement is that he was a perfectionist. And what is the best way for a serial killer to be overlooked than to make it so that no one is aware that you're a serial killer? But like, I made the GMs just cringe whenever I would give them backstories of what my character did that week. Because unfortunately, they were the only ones that got to read what my character did, and they hated me for it because they couldn't tell anyone what actually happened. And my character was really good about not breaching the masquerade, which that's something else you're going to have to be mindful of. So, breaching the masquerade in Vampire the Masquerade centers on the fact that, yes, you're a vampire. Yes, you're a horrible creature of the night type thing. But you're not allowed to violate the laws of the masquerade in a way that can get you or anyone else caught. No one is supposed to know that vampires exist. So you have to maintain the illusion that vampires don't exist. And you have to do vampire things when no one is looking or in controlled environments. Like one of those is, don't eat people in broad daylight.
Well,
but
vampire shouldn't be doing anything in broad daylight.
Granted. But at the same time, like, you could eat a Chinese person, like you could have a container of General Tso's chicken, and the bloody bits inside the General Tso's chicken is the Asian guy you just chopped up. As long as no one's aware that you're eating an actual person and they think you're eating chicken, who gives a shit? You didn't breach the masquerade. The only time you breach masquerade is when what you're doing is a direct violation of the laws of the masquerade. That makes sense.
But my character lives in an asylum. Crazy people do crazy things.
Right.
Just how far could I push the masquerade?
It's all based on how well can you plausibly explain what you're doing in a way that doesn't seem like it's a violation. Like, for example, if a bunch of people in a nut house all claim there's a vampire living amongst them, no one's going to believe them. They're fucking crazy. Okay? But, like, if the employees of the nut house actually witnessed you being a vampire, then people are going to believe you because the employees are credible. So that's kind of how that works.
Employees think that I'm completely insane, and I come up with some shit like, he was bit by a snake. I had to suck the poison out.
Yeah.
As I stand over a drained corpse.
Yep. As long as you can find a way to masquerade it and hide it, and the excuse is plausible. That's the big one. It's all based around plausibility. That's looking pretty good at this point. I may have to go back over it a little bit better, and I also have to sign it, do some highlighting, but this one's basically done. And it's 4:30 in the morning, so I should probably crawl into my little hole for 4 hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hop off here so I can go to bed.
Yeah, me too. All right. Well, I will show a quick screenshot of my work. Final view.
That looks awesome.
This shows how I did it. And I'll get it back out. Exit solo. Okay. Well, it's been fun. Or no, that's the word. It's been swell, but the swelling's gone down. And now it's time for me to play the exit video once I find the exit video. Oh, I'm getting circles. That's why. Alright, we're going to use the Cyberpunk. No, we'll use TFOS's exit. Time for the TFOS exits. Once I find it. There it is. Alright, kids. It was fun. You watched me draw. It was 2 hours long. Now, be seeing you. You got anything to say?
Peanut butter is the answer.
Peanut butter is the answer. And there you have it.
All you know is what you're told. Asking questions breaks the mold. You stay still to procreate, spreading lies, spreading hate. Find salvation in the book of man. Cover up your carnal sin. March in line, don't ask why. Every day's a good day to die. You beg, you steal, don't